Good morning, and welcome to our Politics Discussion Podcast. I'm Claire.
And I'm Alan. Today we'll be covering several key stories, starting with a significant claim made by U.S. President Donald Trump.
President Trump recently declassified intelligence that he claims shows Chinese interference in the 2020 U.S. elections.
That's a serious accusation. What exactly did he say about this alleged interference?
According to the reporting, Trump stated that China accessed voter data and that vital information was hidden from the public. He made these claims during a primetime address to the nation.
I see. But didn't a U.S. intelligence assessment previously conclude that there's no evidence Beijing altered the 2020 vote?
Exactly. The intelligence assessment found no evidence that China affected the outcome of the 2020 election, which Trump lost.
So there's a contradiction between Trump's claim and the intelligence assessment. How did China respond to these allegations?
China promptly rejected Trump's claims, calling them groundless accusations. Chinese officials stated that they have never interfered in U.S. elections and have no interest in doing so.
That's a strong denial. Did China offer any specific response to the details Trump provided about the alleged interference?
The reports don't indicate that China directly addressed the specific details Trump claimed were in the declassified intelligence. Instead, they urged Washington to stop making what they described as unfounded accusations.
This exchange seems to be part of a larger pattern of tension between the U.S. and China. Speaking of which, let's move to another story.
Right. Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi recently flagged off India's first hydrogen-powered train, marking a significant step towards clean and sustainable rail transport in the country.
That's an interesting development. What are the details of this new hydrogen-powered train?
The train was launched on the Jind-Sonipat route in Haryana. Modi highlighted that this initiative is part of India's efforts towards green transportation and self-reliant technology under the Atmanirbhar Bharat initiative.
So this is not just about the train itself, but also about broader national goals. How does this fit into India's overall strategy for sustainable energy?
The launch of the hydrogen-powered train is seen as a major milestone in India's journey towards clean and sustainable railway mobility. It also showcases the success of the Make in India initiative, as the project is part of that effort.
It's great to see countries making progress on sustainable energy. Let's switch to another story.
The United States has expanded its airstrike campaign against Iran by hitting bridges and collapsing a tower at a key Iranian port. These actions are part of President Trump's threats to pressure Tehran.
What are the specific targets of these airstrikes, and what's the stated goal behind them?
The latest strikes targeted bridges and a tower at a key Iranian port. The U.S. is trying to pressure Iran to ease its chokehold on the Strait of Hormuz, a critical waterway for global oil shipments.
That region is already quite volatile. How has Iran responded to these airstrikes so far?
The reporting doesn't provide details on Iran's immediate response, but it's clear that the situation remains highly tense.
Let's move to a different kind of story.
U.S. Ambassador Tilman Fertitta faced protests in Venice during his recent visit aboard a luxury yacht.
Yes, Fertitta's arrival was met with demonstrations. Protesters saw the display of wealth and influence as unwelcome, especially at a time when many Italians are facing economic challenges.
That must have been an awkward situation for the ambassador. What were the specific concerns raised by the protesters?
The protesters described Fertitta's arrival as an unwelcome display of American wealth and influence. Several hundred people marched, and there were brief clashes with riot police as they neared the yacht.
It's interesting to see how diplomatic visits can sometimes be complicated by the perceptions of wealth and influence.
Indeed. As we wrap up today's discussion, it's clear that there are several complex geopolitical stories unfolding. We'll continue to follow these developments closely.
That's all for today. Thank you for listening, and goodbye.
Goodbye.